Hello guys, how's it going? It's Luke here from the Free Hammers, the second video of the day. Reaction to the Carabao Cup draw and what it means in terms of our fixture congestion and, you know, when you actually see it on paper, how many games we have to play. It's 5 in 14 days it will be when it comes. Even emphasises even more how much we have to get some of these transfers over the line, whether Zuma, whether Lingard, whether Bamba, whether Barkley apparently now. Loftus-Cheek was another one. Oxlade-Chamberlain. These players can't play that many games in a row, especially someone like Antonio. So let's just give my reaction to the Man United Cup draw first. It was inevitable, really, isn't it? We have to play them in the Cup at some point. It's as if it's like a rule that at some point you have to play Manchester United in the Cup. Obviously, it's away, it's at Old Trafford. And as always with Cup games, usually you end up playing them in the league very close as well. And we couldn't get any closer. We play them in the league on the Sunday at the London Stadium. And then obviously probably the Tuesday or the Wednesday will be the Cup game. And I ask you the question now, what would you prefer? What one would you prefer to win? Obviously, you prefer to win both. But if I had to pick one, I think the league. Because I think we're going to be going well in the league. And I'll rather be selfish in the league and win that. I don't expect us to put a full team out in that Cup game. It'd be quite an irony, actually, if Lingard doesn't sign for us in that time. He'd probably be the one who scores the goal that knocks us out of it. That'd be the sort of the irony of the West Ham logic. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, but in that thing, I've written down the fixtures here. So on the 16th, Thursday the 16th, obviously the draw's out tomorrow for the Europa League, which we'll do a video on. 16th will be our first Europa League game. Hopefully, it's either a home game or we draw out Rangers or Celtic or someone like that. So we've not got that far to travel. That's going to be a big game. It's a big first game. You know, you want to probably win that game so you've got a good start to the group. After that, 19th, so a few days later, United at the London Stadium. So that's what I'm saying. If we've got a home game, it might be a bit easier. So hopefully our first game's a home game. United. Then a few days later, United. So 16th, 19th, and that cup game will be the 21st or the 22nd probably. That's 3 games very, very quickly. Then that weekend, so let's assume we play the Wednesday. 25th, we play Leeds. And then on the Thursday, the 30th, it will be the next team in the Europa League. That's 5 games in 14 days. That is a hell of a lot of games to fit in for such a small squad. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough if we don't, beef the squad up a bit. I'm expecting to see, in the Cup games and Europa League, I'm expecting to see the Coventry, the Okaflexes, maybe even an Ashby or a Baptiste, maybe someone like that. Obviously, Mark Noble's there to fill in as well. Fredericks, Masuaku when he comes back, Diop. So there is an okay second team, I suppose you could call it an okay team. Yarmolenko, Lanzini as well. Forget a few more. There's a few decent players that will probably do a job in the early Europa League games. But we need more. We do. We desperately need more. That's a hell of a lot of fixtures. We can't use Antonio for every game, so we need that striker there that can, help him out and do some of his running, scoring some of his goals, taking the pressure off. Maybe he'll use Bowen. Bowen's quite a fit player. Still young, hasn't, touch wood, had many injuries yet. Maybe he'll use him as a striker in some of those games. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how David Moyes, plays this out and, changes his team around, because it's something that he's going to have to do. So if we look at it then, 5 games in 4 days, 5 games in 4 days, 5 games in 14 days. Europa League, you want to win. You want that first game to be a win. United in the league, I'd love to win that game, but that's going to be, that when you look at our fixtures, that's our first real tough test in terms of fixtures coming up. That's the game I'd prioritise over the cup game. The cup game I'd play the Coventrys, the Okaflexes, whoever he wants to put in. Give them a game. If we go out, it's a shame. It's a cup that I'd love to win one day, but Europa League and Premier League for me is where we've got to put all our eggs in this year. Considering how well we've started to the league as well. If we go and beat Palace on Saturday, We have 9 points. Then I think is it Southampton in there after that? Then United. If we again, Southampton's a team you look at and you think we should be beating. And I'm not saying, let's pretend we don't win that, but we've got 10 points on the board. Then you're looking at United games like, come on, we nearly, you're halfway there to safety already after like 5-6 games, and that's where you want to be, because then the Europa League you can really have a go at it. Then after that, Leeds, tough game. They're a tough team. They press hard. Defending's still a bit shaky for them, so that's another game I'd be looking to win, to be honest with you. And then after that, Europa League on the Thursday again. If we win our first Europa League game, maybe we can, mix it up a little bit, depending on who it is, really. If it's a Lyon or a Marseille, then we have to put out a harder team. If it's one of those, I don't know, Kazakhstani, like Rapid Star, Belgradia, Sparta Prague, I don't know, what I mean? One of them proper obscure teams. Then we can go a bit weaker, should I say? Not. I won't say we'll totally change the team, but a little bit weaker. But yeah, as I say, guys, loads of fixtures coming up in a tight space. Transfers are crucial at this point. Hopefully, we do get some over the line in the next couple of weeks. Let me know what you think, guys, about these fixtures. What would you prioritise? How many points will we get in there out of them league games? Obviously, the league games are United and Leeds. Then the 2 Europa League games. What sort of ideas and wins and draws do you think will happen? Do you think Moyes will go with the youth players in some of those Europa League games, or do you think he's going to prioritise that? I think it's a trophy we could potentially do really well in, and we should be aiming to get to quarterfinals in that if we can really push on in that the way we're playing. So it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what happens there. Anyway, guys, in case you didn't see the Crystal Palace video, Zavon Hines is coming on the show this week. Monday. He's coming on Monday, so we'll be talking about the Palace game, talking about looking at the transfers potentially, talking about his West Ham career. So if you've got any questions for Zavon, he was a top guy at West Ham, played that part in that Millwall game. He's part of the team again now. I believe he's part of the coaching West Ham team. So I've talked really highly of West Ham whenever I've seen him. I'm really, really looking forward to having him on. It's an absolute pleasure to have him on. Drop your questions in if you've got any questions for him. Thanks for checking out all the other content, the FIFA stuff, all the guys that call in to talk West Ham. We're about 12 away now from 3,500. 4,000 is the target. The race to 4,000. Then obviously we're going to 5,000, etc., etc., etc. in time. Views are just brilliant at the moment. Fantastic views, fantastic subscriber rate, fantastic interaction with you guys in the chat as well. As you know, when I can, I read out every single comment. Sometimes when people are on, it's hard because there's so many that come in. But I do try to read out every single comment for you guys because I respect the fact that you've done that. Let's wait and see what happens now, guys, in terms of the Europa League tomorrow. Are Pi Capital going to put that second bid in? Apparently that's meant to be this week. That's another thing is it going to happen? It's got to happen today or tomorrow. So that's something we'll wait and see to see what happens there. Let's look forward to Palace. Let's look forward to a little bit of a break now. Obviously, the internationals come out this week. Who else could get in there? Maybe someone like Jarrod Bowen, if he carries on the season. Do you think he's got a chance to get in there on that right midfield? Until next time, guys. Come on, your minds. Keep believing.